Hey, this is Maral Sarper and Sevim Sarper.
Sevim Sarper.
Doing the Qi-Gong healing technique. First, we have to find out where she has pain. It takes a lot of extensive training to be able to detect those things on your own, which I don't have. So,
Artık bitiriyor muyuz?
Şimdi gene yapacağım gene.
Ha.
Şimdi anlat. Belki ben bulabilirim ama böyle olunca.
Ha.
Ama nerede acıyor gene?
İşte,
Bu bacakta, bu
Şimdi
bacakta.
acımıyorum şimdi. Değersen yaptığın zaman acıyor. Bak orası acıyor.
Ama burası herhalde. Çünkü aynı, bak burada da acıyordu.
Burada.
Aynı yerde.
Bak gördüm.
Şimdi orayı yapacağım. I have sesame oil. This is I'm in Turkey, so susam yağı. It's very penetrating type of oil. It doesn't smell that great, but you can sleep overnight with it. Just be sure to have a towel under you, or if you just do your feet, like the soles of your feet is the best place, wear socks. Bu şimdi YouTube'a koyacağım.
Anlıyorum. Bak
İnternete koyacağım.
orası vakit acıyor.
This is really great to do, especially for your elderly loved ones. Great way to give back. So right now I'm just rubbing her leg, and I can feel how big the knot is, right to the left of her calf. Excuse me, to the left of her shin on her right leg.
Acıyor kız.
Pretty big knot, and she's telling me it hurts. So I'm going to use Chun Li's sword fingers technique, which is actually scientifically proven and validated by modern research, but it is an ancient technique with Qi-Gong. Basically, it's using the healing power of thought, but mostly the healing power of your heart.
İnşallah çok güzel işler bulacaksın, çok mutlu bir evlilik yapacaksın, memnun olacaksın hayatından inşallah kızım.
Evet.
Böyle iyilikler yaptığın için.
So,
Nereden acıyan yerler çıkıyor öyle bilmiyorum. Nasıl acıyorlar? Aklım durdu, yer olacak gibi değil.
So right now she's just saying how much, how many sore spots are coming up for her that she didn't realize were there. Sesame oil really helps with that, to penetrate those areas, to help them be more lubricated.
Orasında ne var ki öyle?
So now that I've gotten a feel for how large that spot is, I'm going to use the sword fingers technique. So I'll explain it as I go along, but it'll be in a link below in the description, and it's really helpful. Definitely go watch the video because he explains it extremely well, and he also links his research to some a randomized study that was conducted to actually validate his technique. It's pretty amazing. So first you're going to take your fingers and put them like this, like Scout's honor. And you're going to do this whole technique by imagining things starting from your brain, imagining these visualizations I'm going to go over, but also just really, you personally have to be grounded and have love in your heart, because it really is the power of your heart. So you need to be in a personally good emotional state. If you're not, do some yoga, meditation, communicate with someone if you need to. You want to make sure you're putting all good energy into them. So wherever that sore spot is, so if someone has many sore spots, you might have to do this technique several times. So just imagine that there's a beam of light coming out of your finger. There really is tangible energy we can detect coming out from certain spots of our hands. This is the first technique. Then later we're going to basically be using our whole hands to be removing the energy block. And then at the end we do this to put energy back into the person. This is also a very strong energy point in our hands. So first I'm going to take my fingers and either in a circular motion, in a chopping motion, or side-to-side motion, imagine that energy block kind of being sliced apart. So all most pain is just energy blockages. So I'm going to do that I usually start with a counterclockwise motion. You can do this for about 1 to 2 minutes, but you kind of have to judge for yourself. Her knots are pretty bad. So I'm just going to do this until you feel that it's broken up and it's kind of in pieces. So this takes looking into yourself and your intuition, which we don't use very much in the Western world, and currently our world is a very masculine dominated or left brain thinking. So you're going to have to tune in, and it helps if you know the person very well too. So I feel like it's been broken up. So now, again, if you watch the video, they actually overlap visualizations onto his demonstrative technique. So definitely watch that video. But now I'm going to literally be grabbing from the sore spot, imagining it as a smoky material, and imagining the smoke in my hand and I'm throwing it away. And this really can work even if you don't believe it, but it will work much more effectively if you really believe that you have the power to heal, because we all really do. We've just forgotten. So, again, this shouldn't really tire you out. It actually should give you energy. It's just basically synergy between two different energy sources, because everyone has their own energy field. So, and as he says in his video, it might even feel stringy or heavy if you're really tuning in. And you're really just saying in your mind, the channels are opening. And you can say it out loud, it even works better. The channels are opening. The channels are opening. Might look like I'm not doing anything, but I can really feel this energy starting to break up here. In between, I'm kind of going to rub it up a little bit. And if you ever feel like you need to go back to the sword fingers, feel like it still needed to be broken up some more. And I didn't say this, but the person you're healing should close their eyes and just relax and take big deep breaths. I'm going to go back to that.
Ağırlar çıkın.
Evet, sen de öyle söyle.
Ha?
Sen de öyle söyle. Ben de öyle söyleyeyim. Ben şimdi söyleyeyim.
Çıkın.
The channels are opening. O demek
Çıkın.
ki her
Çıkın.
şey açılıyor, her şey açılıyor.
Çıkın gidin.
Now she's saying herself too. She's
Çıkın
saying all the
gidin.
pain go away. Positive thinking is really powerful. A negative
Akıl
thought,
almayacak
a
bir şey
positive
bu
thought.
yani. Çıkın.
Evet.
Vallahi.
A positive thought is 100 times more powerful than negative thought, just in pure objective energy as measured by EEGs or electroencephalographs. So just, we've all had that experience between thinking negatively and positively. Same happens with pain. She's just recently become less mobile, so she's felt a little negative recently. So I've been trying to encourage her to think more positively, and sometimes you need to massage someone to actually help balance their body so they can think more positive.
Evet. Ama yapana zor sıkıntı.
Hissediyor musun birazcık azaltıyor?
Tabii.
I just asked her if she's feeling any difference, and she says she is. I've done this on her before, and she
Şimdi
definitely felt the difference. Evet. Tamam, birazcık daha var. Gözünü kapa, nefes al. Now, I did the same spot over here, and it still feels like there's a knot, but that's not necessarily going to go away. I mean, she's had years.
Yürüyeceğiz ya yarın.
yeah, we're going to go for a walk tomorrow, so I'm going to do this again in the morning. She just has a lot of deep stresses. So don't think
Videoda
that...
dinleyeceğiz bunları.
Hmm?
Videoda dinleyeceğiz bunları.
Don't feel like you're going to be able to fix them all at once. It could take months or years of doing healing on someone for them to feel pain-free. So, I was just finishing up here. Since I had to go into the phone, I'm just going to kind of go through the motions again really quick. Really imagine that beam of light shooting from your hands. Imagine that smoke, black, gray smoke that doesn't cause us any good feeling, causes us pain and sometimes depression and inflammation. Just imagine that just being taken out and you're throwing it away.
Oradan bütün ağırlığı ve parçaları atıyorsun değil mi şimdi?
Duman gibi çıkıyor.
Allah aşkına görüyor musun?
And then imagine there's like a portal here, an opening of light. And this actually connects straight to your heart and to your brain. But again, using the power of your thoughts, definitely. But really, it's the biggest thing is the power of your heart. Our heart actually gives signals to our brain more so than the other way around. They just recently discovered this. So if you're interested more about that, message me. It's really interesting. So eat well because your heart's really important. So imagine that beam of lights, you're putting energy back in because you just took energy out. You took energy that was twisted up and not serving. So now you're putting energy from your heart back into that same spot. Yeah, it's definitely less naughty there. So now I'm going to ask my babaanne to rub her hands together really hard for about 30 seconds and then rub over her face 3 times and then take 3 really deep cleansing breaths. Tamam, şimdi aynı şey yapacaksın. Ellerini böyle yapacaksın kuvvetli. Evet. 10 saniye daha falan. And do this for about 30 seconds. Connecting the hands is really an important aspect of humanity. Helps connect the circuit of our body. So that all those toxins she just released can now be released into her urinary tract, and she can actually dispel those. Tamam, şimdi yüzüne 3 kere böyle yap gene. Şimdi 3 büyük derin nefes. Hem de büyük küçücük en dolu olsun. I just told her when she takes a breath, take tiny breath at the top to make her lungs completely full. Tamam. Bitti.
Sağ ol. Teşekkür ederim.
Rica ederim. So that was Sword Fingers. And again, make sure you watch. Make sure you watch Chun-Li's video to really get a good lesson. But definitely try to do it on family members, especially elderly. And also, I put a link on the bottom for self-healing techniques, so you can heal yourself.